Hi guys, and hello Darren. This is brother Chris Perkis, and I have a couple of things I wanted to say um, about Darren today. So, all right, Darren and me go way back, and I'm gonna be I'm gonna be reading off of my script. So, Darren and me go way back to those high school days, and you all know those days, right? And I'd get blackout wasted at Darren's house, and we'd party together quite a bit in the last year or two of high school, and we would end up crossing paths again later in our days at Chico State. So freshman year, we were partying together a little bit, and we'd visit the dorm room of the two girls we were seeing at the time. My ex-girlfriend. This was at another school. My ex-girlfriend and her roommate, who Darren was friends with at the time. And Darren is a ladies' man, actually. And in the best and most honorable meaning of the word possible. And more about that later. So keep that in mind. And, alright. We are homies then. We lived together sophomore year. And I was introduced to DSP by Darren, who introduced me to Kristen Bidikofer, Manetti, who is now the district, I forget the name, the title, whatever, and so I pledged while we lived together. And he was always like, oh, fuck that, man, I'm not gonna join DSP, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever, Darren. So junior year, we were still good friends, but we took our separate paths for just a little bit, and then we crossed paths again when he decided to rush in spring 2013. And Darren has a strong moral fiber, a stronger moral fiber than anyone I've ever had the chance to know and be best friends with. And this is something I started to understand and notice when he started to get involved with the fraternity. This is how everything ties in. So what do I mean by this? Before he was even a brother, when he was coming out to pledge, he was there for others in the frat, and including me. The morning of the recruitment barbecue, I had no barbecue. Alright, fuck. I was like, how am I gonna figure something out for this? And I call up Darren, and he took me in his Chevy to go pick up a barbecue. He anticipates and helps you when you need help without you even asking for it. I was putting together another barbecue. 1 second here. Oh my god. So I was putting together another barbecue, and it was for the faculty and the college bros a year ago. And he had class and some important things to do for himself. And even he told me so. But without me even saying it, he dropped all the things he needed to do. The morning of, he could tell I was in a pickle. And I hadn't picked up my rental chairs or tables yet. I hadn't picked up the food that we were gonna barbecue. I hadn't gotten the drinks, and he told me, all right, I'm gonna go do all those things. I'm gonna pick up all that stuff while you clean up the house, which was an absolute mess, and it usually was. He hits up Joey. What up? And the ultimate baller task force you could possibly imagine, and they go get that shit done. And the event was a success. So last spring, as well, when I had no car or car insurance, but I needed to go on a drive 10 to 15 miles away to a job interview in Chico, Darren let me borrow his car. So the list continues. And Darren, from all this you can tell, well, I know now that Darren is an absolutely fantastic, generous, funny, completely cocky, independent, family and friend and brother-oriented, genuine brother. And he's a positive influence in many lives. Not out of his direct intent to do so, but it's just from him staying true to himself and doing things the way that he wants to do them. And there's so much truth to this statement, and there are so many fantastic things I want to say about him, about this mother effer. And whoever is in charge of the video feed, you better hang up now, because when I get on a roll, I'm not going to be able to stop. I mean, because even in preparation for this moment, I was so effing excited to share with you everything, so you know who your brother is sitting, that brother of yours is sitting up there, and I'll be done soon enough though. So one day earlier this year, I was kicking it with Darren, And okay, so all right, I have a story to tell you to shed some more light on this subject. By the way, one day earlier this year, I was kicking it with Darren at our old stomping grounds, and we decided we were going to get real nice and drunk. And so we went into some bar in the Nut, which is Wanna Creek, and shout out to all those people out there, all the East Bay brothers, what up? And we bought a few beers. He had either a gin and tonic or a pale ale in his hand, and I noticed he has this death glare focus directed back to the left. He's like this, like over this way, and I don't really understand what is going on with him. He's like, but I feel something is wrong, and I try to fixate my face in the same way he sat. I was like, all right, what's going on over there? And I didn't see anything in particular. So then he just gets up. He just gets up and walks away without saying a thing. And I don't even know what for. He didn't say anything, and I don't know where he went for a little while. Then I see him talking to some girl I remembered who was speaking to some other guy only minutes before that. And so this girl is absolutely gorgeous, right? And Daren looks a little more relaxed, but still serious. And Daren walks back over and alone, and I asked him, dude, what was all that about? And he tells me that guy who was talking to this girl over there was bothering her. So I went over there to make sure everything was all right. I pulled her away and asked her if she knew the guy. And she said, once she said no, and then that she was getting bugged by him. I pretended to be her friend, and I talked to her about some random shit while he walked away. And I was thinking, okay, damn, I didn't notice that. I had a combination of thoughts, but one of the most important ones was that Daren is for real, and I have never met anyone or seen any of my friends do this before. And this mother is a dream come true. A really genuine, great person with morals. And when something isn't right, he's going to make it right. And he's a gentleman 100%. So these are some of the things that were going through my mind. And then we were sitting drinking some more, and Daren noticed that the guy came back over to talk to the girl again, and she was looking a little uncomfortable. So Daren is sitting there with disbelief in his tone. He was really pissed now. He was like, God damn it, this asshole is bugging the girl again. And he leaves. I was like, all right. He leaves, goes back over there, and I didn't watch him during the whole interaction, but the other guy walked away, and Daren came back over, and so the other guy didn't come back, whatever Daren had said. And what ended up saying, what he said was, he said this to the guy, if you talk to the girl again, there will be trouble, and fuck off. And moral of the story, Daren's got balls. He has a big heart. He stands up for what he believes is right. He is a leader in a lot of the things that he does, and he's guided by a very strong internal light. And for those lady brothers out there, yeah, that's you. He will keep you safe. And well, except for when you were near Melanie and Daren at the same time, and then you were shit out of luck. And that's a story Melanie can share with you later, maybe. Basically, we are incredibly lucky to have Daren in our brotherhood and in our lives, and this is something I strongly believe. And he's a sweetheart, but you have to be careful, all right? Because he can be an angry drunk. He's an angry drunk though, and he has a tendency of doing a couple things. Like he has a tendency of burning furniture, of wanting to fight other guys, of getting incredibly flirtatious with beautiful women. One time when we were living in the zoo, we were drunk, and then we started to talk shit to each other, and we started to wrestle, and then he threw me into the wall and made a huge hole in the wall. And he has a track record of wrestling, and I do remember one night in particular, it was spring 2014, and Daren and brother Jen Bossy were wrestling. It was getting pretty intense. I was just watching. They were going at it. And they were straddling each other back and forth, flipping each other up on top. Jen was on top of him for a little bit. They flipped back over. Daren was on top, and I could tell there was some chemistry going on there. And turns out that a certain someone gave someone else a ride back to their home in the middle of the night. According to direct sources, some pretty good sex went down, and I was at the house at the time too, and this was information that was shared with me just shortly after what had occurred. Point being, Daren likes to wrestle, and you should watch out for that. And also, he likes to have sex with people in the Sacramento River after going on floats. So point being, he's really adventurous. Yeah, and most importantly, this is where it gets serious. He is always there for you. He was always there for me. If you need his support, and be it with a finance accounting homework, or be it for having an understanding friend to lean on in tough times, he has always put in a lot of hard work, love, and sweat into Epsilon Theta. He was Mr. President his first full semester in as a brother. That's a first, and I think that's going to be a last, and it probably won't happen again. I think our brother, honestly, I think our brother here, Brother Minetti, deserves a round of applause, and I hope all of his attributes will live on in us, and live on in you guys as you move forward. And I'm damn certain the world will be a better place if we dwelt upon that. And I know for certain the world is a better place because Daren is in it. And for every debit, there must be a credit, right? That's what they say. And this is the case for every single brother in this room. And there's a huge credit with Daren moving on to the next stage of his life. And I'm so incredibly happy to see even the little things that I noticed from the new brothers that will take care of this, of the invitations to watch movies together, the invitations to spend quality time together, the invitations to hang out and get wasted, whatever. I'm sorry I don't have the naughty and raunchy stories some of you may have been hoping for, but this is a big part of who Daren is, and which needs to be known on this night. This is this night when we are celebrating the graduating brothers, and that's all I have for you today. And I hope you have a good time. So, bye.